And you know the shortest living creature is a mayfly. Bit of emotion, please. Mayflies live for 1 day. They're the only little creatures on the whole planet who dream of catching 48-hour flu. Just so they can live longer. And that's sad. I'm going to tell you a little poem now. This is a little story about a mayfly called Maurice. Come over here. This is a very, very sad little poem. There's no laughter in this one at all. Lots of R's, like you just did, and lots of oohs, and no laughing. All right, deal? You're allowed to shout once. Good luck, Maurice. You're also allowed to shout once, well done, Maurice. But only once. Once you've used it up, that's it. You're knackered, all right? So just once, good luck, Maurice, and well done, Maurice. And this is the very, very sad story of Maurice the mayfly. Maurice the mayfly was born on a Sunday. Sadly for Maurice, he'd snuffed it by Monday. Did you laugh then? 1 minute happily flitting about, next in the gob of an ugly old trout. Brings back memories, doesn't it, lads? They said to me, don't put that line in, you know. Too late. Though Maurice was never one to complain, just 1 day he lived. And it pissed down with rain. He decided to make the best of his day, to travel the world in his very short stay. Maurice said, I must give it a try. I've just 24 hours to learn how to fly. First attempt, back to earth with a splutter. Then success. His wings started to flutter. You might regret using them up, I hasten to add. Whilst up in the air, he met a brown moth who developed a rather nasty old cough. And although a rather pathetic suggestion, Maurice asked if a shag was out of the question. Oh, I don't really know about that, said the moth. You'll take advantage of me and then you'll clear off. But I'll show you a spot where the bees all hang out. And by all accounts, bees love to put it about. Don't worry about their black and yellow coats, said the moth. One wink of your eye and they'll soon have 'em off. They know your life's just 1 day, not forever. They won't talk about marriage or living together. So the moth and Maurice flew down to a tree, where Maurice met a rather attractive queen bee. When she undid her fur, she was surprisingly thin. She had hairy legs and hard, scaly skin. Good luck, Maurice. Maurice said, although I love you to bits, have you got any friends that have got bigger tits? By this time, the queen bee was rather put out, and she recommended the ugly old trout. The trout saw Maurice flying about, swam to the surface, and whew, then she jumped out. In midair for Maurice, the mayfly she chased. In her mouth, she took Maurice, somewhere round his waist. Oh, my son. Oh, that hurts. Poor Maurice moaned. On second thoughts, no it doesn't, he groaned. The trout held on for an hour or so, as Maurice cried, God, what a great way to go. Maurice the mayfly was a most content chappie. Sad bit. He died the next day. Still smiling, still happy. Not one double glazing salesman he saw. Not a single Jehovah knocked on his door. No one asked to tarmac his drive. He never sold a pension when he was alive. He never bought a timeshare, nor through his door came news he'd won a Reader's Digest prize draw. He never passed go on a Monopoly board. Never had to tell his mates the next day that he'd pulled. He never had to book up to see Riverdance. He never got stuck in that tunnel to France. Even though he said they'd be there straight away, he never saw the plumber he booked for that day. There's a bloody surprise. He never got one single parking ticket, never enjoyed telling them where they could stick it, never got done for VAT, or got cut up by some turd in a red XR3. He never did things we're always dreading, like singing the birdie song at a wedding. Maurice the mayfly lived just one day. But despite that, he had a great life, I would say. The end.